Shoulder rolls for judo and our youth curriculum are going to be a pretty intricate move. So this is not like a forward roll or a somersault where a lot of kids just plant their hands on the mat, stick their head in the floor, and then try to do almost like a bridge and a cartwheel over. So the shoulder roll is going to be a little bit more intricate, but as we start to do this, once we get the flow of this rolling, it should be easy. People are going to have one good side and people are going to have a bad side. So it's important to make sure that they're doing both. So as we set up for this shoulder roll, we want to be able to start from a fighting stance. Again, we're usually catching ourselves. We've tripped, we've fallen, we've been pushed. We're not just going to be diving into an attacker's guard this way. So as we start to look at this, we're going to usually take that forward momentum of the shoulder roll and try to continue. But one of the things we have to look at is the dissipation of energy for a forward fall is going to be different than a forward or shoulder roll. So we have to think about the motion stops on the forward roll because we make impact with the ground, which actually is a little bit more impactful to the body. The shoulder rolls, on the other hand, continue the momentum, so this shouldn't hurt anybody to do this. So whenever they do it, we've got to make sure that the technique is correct, because if it's done incorrectly, injuries can occur. So we've got to make sure and line up a couple of steps. Number one, tuck your chin, watch your belt, make sure that you're rounding your back, so that way you're training more like a ball versus like, more flat. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and make a diamond right in between the legs here, right? So as you start to bend down, you put the hands in between the legs and it rounds that shoulder a little bit. So that means we're going to be coming up and over. We're not spiking our arm into the ground. We're going to be rolling up and over onto the meat of our back, so there's no impact to the spine or to the head. The third part we've got to do is we've got to slap that mat on the transition to help us stand up. So again, from the beginning, we start in our fighting stance, right? We start to bend our weight down. We're not going to the opposite side, right? We're taking the same arm and same leg down. So as I bend down, I make that diamond, I'm pushing off with my back foot. You're going to find a lot of times that they're very, very long, and that's not going to help them at all. So they're going to have to almost get in like a runner stance or a wrestler stance to be able to sprint with that back foot to propel them forward. So the last part of this is, as we round our back, right, we want to keep our knees close to our chest so that way our feet don't make impact with the ground, especially concrete or anything hard. We want to make sure and round our bodies so there's no impact taken. So as we start to come down, first step is 1, bend the legs, 2, hands come down. Remember, my chin's to my chest. Right, so knees to chest. Let's do that from the side to make sure everybody can see. Right, again, from this position, don't stay high. Try to get lower to the ground. Less of a fall if you do. Hands come down, tucking our chin, pushing off. Rolling, standing up.